Hello, my name is Cark82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am over here and I was trying to sort out the 3 new advanced assembly line recipes, the Dyson Swarm modules, and an advanced radiation plate. We just need like 100 and something thousand of these, so I was like, yeah, I'll split those off into its own advanced assembly line so it is not clogging up the other ones, crafting up like 100,000. And I couldn't figure out why this wasn't working. I kept getting no valid recipe, and I was trying to figure out if it was the plates causing issues, so I did a named one just to separate them, and I couldn't get it to work. And then I realized it's actually a space assembler recipe, not an assembly line recipe. The original way, I believe, was this in the assembly line, and this is its own thing, but you can actually just do it in the space assembler and don't have to worry about any of that. But yeah, I've gone ahead, built an advanced assembly line, set all the things, and it's not even an advanced assembly line recipe. So we will empty this out and then throw it in space assembler line. Yeah, we'll do that. So let me just throw these disk drives, empty them out, and then we can repurpose that advanced assembly line. But yeah, I was totally confused why that, I'm gonna keep clicking on that one, why that one wasn't working. I'm going to put this back in here. That's throw this in our space elevator. Now, I don't really know if one's better than the other. I think it just kind of combines 2 crafts into one. So I am going to go with it is better to do it that way. Could be wrong though. Let's do radiation plates. So just trying to get this to work correctly. Except now I have some named I have some named plates in my system. I don't know if it, yeah, it worked. One of the other ones probably turned on. And then do this. I think we got everything here. It should be hooked up. Yep. Fill that up and there. So when I throw these in, it should work. All right, there we go. That was very quick. And that was very quick as well. Awesome. Okay. So this is old. I will just clear that out and throw that in there. All right, cool. I'm happy with that. And then that. Oh, I forgot to put the things back in there for future. I'll just leave them in there. All right, cool. So that is that, and I think with that we should have everything we need for a fourth Eye of Harmony. Except I totally forgot I don't have the infinite space-time things. And I always forget to craft those up. I believe we need, I think it's actually 30 because I have an extra thing. And also, I think we're going to need I think we need another... Actually, I don't know. I don't know how the condensed plasma mixture, like, do you have to feed it a certain amount? Do you have to limit the amount going into it? Does it just use what it needs? I really don't know. Can you use a stocking input hatch? I don't know. We'll have to sort that out. Oh, we're short on black dwarf matter. Alright, can't quite do that. I believe the Tesseracts, it is crafting up Tesseracts. That's why that recipe didn't want to work. But we are... Yeah, we got to be careful with this black dwarf matter. I think that'll be the next... I'll do another one for the black dwarf matter, because we are definitely struggling with that one. No, that's the white dwarf matter. Universium, and then... Yeah, I just don't think we're getting a lot of them. The success chance, unfortunately, is only 36%, so 36% chance every 483 seconds. Not great. So that's, yeah, we'll do another one of these. I don't know if it would be worth doing like another a different tier 6. Looks like there is. Is there only 2 of them? Might only be 2 of them. No, there is. Like, if we do one of each, would that be better? We do get bismuth plasma instead of something. That niobium plasma. I mean, if we did that, we would get both. Maybe we'll do one of each. Alright, let me craft up the infinite space-time things. Let me just wait for this to craft up some more black dwarf matter. We'll put together yet one more Eye of Harmony. Okay, we are back, just finishing putting this together. Now, it did... Nice. Man, I don't even know how I used to play GregTech New Horizons before we had the auto-place feature on these multi-blocks. Admittedly, the multi-blocks have gotten quite a bit larger than they used to be, but still. Uh-oh. Okay, so I am wondering if that is the issue. I'm gonna have to craft out one more of these. We do have the black dwarf matter. I'm kind of wondering if the third input hatch is the issue, because I did it exactly the same as that, except I added one more hatch for the plasma, but it's not forming. Alright, so that makes me wonder what the heck, how the heck do you supply it with the... Like, I'm not going to have to supply it in the same hatches, am I? Yeah. I mean, it changed the... It went to the right texture, but I think it needs a certain amount of these. And I don't know, like the peril needs to go in there. I'm pretty sure. I mean, where else would it go in? You can't go in there because that's where the planet goes. So you need an input bus there, but I really hope it doesn't have to go in those input hatches, because how the heck would I... These just stay full while it's running. Okay, well, let me get this this thing crafted up. It does take 125 seconds. Oh, also, I am trying to, well, in the process of setting up another advanced assembly line for the Pico circuits. They are down to 13 ticks. 13 ticks per slice. And that is as fast as... I mean, there's only one more hatch that goes faster, and that's the UXV. And I'm not about to spend... Well, I don't have anywhere near enough resources at this point to do these lasers. It's going to need like millions of black dwarf matter, and we're like really struggling with that. Yeah, 1.4 million black dwarf matter. So yeah, we're not quite there yet. So I'm going to craft up yet another Lapatronic supercapacitor. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. I literally was just looking at this. I'm like, you know what? Like, I could... No, I don't want to do that. I was just thinking if we put the Lapatronic capacitor up here, we could send out cable underneath it down into transformer and over. But I'm like, I don't want to have to keep moving this up every time I craft up another advanced assembly line. I mean, I could, if I'm going to do 4, I could build it up high enough to not do that. But then the other issue is if I want to supply it with 1 million amp, like there's not like a bigger hatch. So I would need to do a separate laser for each hatch. Otherwise, the transformer is not going to get enough power. Like I can't send this 1 million amps into a transformer and then split it into like 2 million amp hatches. So yeah, I think the easiest is just literally crafting up another Lapatronic wireless. Eventually it will be replaced with the UXV wireless. I did do the 16,000, but above that, the resources just get way too crazy. Because there's 16 and 64 and 256, and then a million. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I am gonna do that. I haven't got it yet though. I wanted to get the Eye of Harmony up and running first. Oh, there we go. Wasn't too terrible. All right. I'm assuming if I do this, unless I like built it wrong somewhere. Nope. All right. Yeah, that was the issue. All right. Well, I have no idea how we're supposed to supply it with this stuff. I really gotta figure out how that works. But in the meantime, let's just get this up and producing black dwarf matter. We'll do that. I'm just completely copying all the other ones. I don't think there is any reason to do it differently at this point. Do need to set these priority, otherwise it splits the hydrogen and the helium, and then we end up with issues. So I think, yeah, 3 and then 4. I couldn't remember if I went negative or positive with that. Right. I mean, it's pretty easy just expanding this. I literally just throw down some wireless connector things. We'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna need to do a... I'm gonna need to do a controller. Because we're capped on the amount of things we can do. I'm just trying to think how I want to do this. I don't know. I'm just going to throw it here. And this thing... that is so ugly. The way I've set that up. I wish you could do multiple on these. I mean, they just act like an adjacent cable. So this will be... It just runs through it, but I do kind of wish you could connect multiple. Kind of like the old P2P tunnels we were doing. Bam. Alright, hold on. I don't know why it doesn't want to do that. Also, let's do... Oh man, I'm gonna have to fly up there. Ah, these are annoying. Oh, I was gonna do a different one, wasn't I? I mean, it's not like the end of the world. I just have to fly up there and get the stuff. I only got what I needed and then I deleted it. Because I wasn't really thinking about crafting up more of those. I was thinking we would just do the parallel, but no, I think we're going to do multiple of those. So I should probably... There we go. I should probably get more than just what we need. Okay, just on Triton. Easy enough to get the stone. Also, if you ever need the ore nodes, there are tons of them down here. Let's head back. I don't know if there's an easy way to get all those without just literally flying there and getting the stone if you need it. Also, I didn't try the draconic stuff. I figured I would just do the infinity. That way we don't have to worry about oxygen or anything like that. But I'm not sure if the draconic actually works. I should try that. I'm flying over there and I didn't do a recipe. Yeah, I guess if we ever make another one, I'll just use it. But I kind of don't. I've been trying to clear out our A system. No, wrong one, Triton. Man, ethylene. Yeah, I don't have ethylene anywhere. We have polyethylene. Holy cow. How the heck am I gonna... That's hilarious. Oh, man. I haven't had regular ethylene in forever. How the heck am I gonna do this? Sulfuric acid, like ethanol. I don't have ethanol. I think we can pump it. Let's do that. Actually, I think we might have a thing over... Oh, we do have ethylene. I just don't know if it is... I don't think it's connected to... Yeah, it's unlinked, because I don't really use it anymore. So, I just totally forgot what I was doing there. I kind of want only... I don't necessarily want a whole bunch of... I mean, I have 50 million drawers of this stuff. It doesn't really matter. can only do one of those at a time in here, apparently. Yeah, usually the one at the front, you can just right-click, the whole stack will go in. Never actually, I don't think I've ever actually used that. Okay, what was I doing? Trying. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I'd forgotten that we just basically, we unhook that since we don't need ethylene anymore. Also, I was thinking, wonder if the bottleneck with these, now, if we do the batch mode, it does say we're crafting up 1 million per second. If I do that, it drops down to that. Apparently that's like a bug, but if I exit out and going back again, yeah, it's back up to the 1 million. I think batch mode is just better for the world, I think. That way it's not restarting recipes every 500ths of a second. I could be totally wrong and that doesn't matter at all, but in my mind, I think it's better. Also, get rid of that. And also, by holding shift, the battery or the magnet doesn't work, which makes sense because when I am breaking the AE cables, and that's the one I noticed it happens the most with, I'm shift right clicking the cables because that insta breaks them, as opposed to like there's no function unless you shift right click and then it instant breaks it. But if I'm doing that over the void, it's not picking up the stuff. That's why I was losing some stuff. I could do it that way, but sometimes I just don't want to break the interface and everything and all the things in it. So it's definitely a bit annoying. All right, I have totally got distracted here. What was I doing? Trident. This is pretty typical of modded Minecraft, or Minecraft in general. Just completely forget what you're doing and get distracted for hours. All right, cool. I have a feeling that probably, yeah. I have no idea how much hydrogen and helium gas I just put in there, but it's empty. Anyway, we'll let that run, and we might need to add Triton dust to the void. I don't remember if I added it. No, I probably didn't, considering I didn't. I know I have Proteus, but not Triton. Okay, so there we go. There is our fourth Eye of Harmony. Yeah, like I said, I really got to figure out how we do the parallel, because I am at a loss. I can add another hatch. I really hope we don't have to share these input hatches with the plasma. I wonder if the super bus actually isn't needed. I haven't actually tested these out. I thought they went in the input bus, kind of like we used to put the circuit in there. I thought that's how you did but do you just like, maybe you just like right click on the Eye of Harmony? I don't know. I really got to test this out. All right, let me turn this off. Let me test when this turns off. Actually, we'll do the other one. It's a shorter first one. Yeah, it's only 160 seconds. Okay, we are back, and I've been doing a bunch of testing here. I ended up testing on this far left one because I realized I needed to disconnect it while I was doing some testing, and that would have messed up all the subnets. So what I have realized, and this was partially my fault and partially because my GUI scale, it cuts off a lot of text. There is a second page to that, and it does talk about the running parallel. And basically, what it does, instead of using hydrogen and helium, it'll use the plasma that we're getting. So it runs off this stuff. Now, as we know, the regular one is hydrogen and helium, and for the tier 6, it uses 7 billion. And the fabricators, and this is with just one of them, it's going to use 700,000. So it is quite a lot less of the plasma mixture, and it seems like it just divides it by, what, 10,000? Is that what? Math hard? Anyway, so that is what it does, and I did test it with a second one of these. Now, I did disconnect all my outputs and stuff like that, so we weren't cheating anything in, and I just didn't want to be... I only have so much of the condensed stuff, so I didn't want to be like voiding everything for running something that I didn't really understand how it worked. So what it does is, in this example, it'll be 700,000 plasma mixture for one of them. And if you throw a second one of them in, it is times 4. So it'll need 2.8 million plasma, but it will do 32 times parallel. So it goes 8, and then it times it by 4. And it uses 4 times the amount of plasma mixture to run it, and it gets 4 times the parallel. So kind of figured that out. So basically what it's going to do, and you're not going to get like part of the parallel. This basically goes up to total parallel 8, and it decides or figures out when it finishes, you have a 36% chance-ish. It was just a bit under that, I think, or it might have been a bit over. Some of these numbers were a little bit different with the parallel. If it succeeds, all 8 of them succeed. If it fails, all 8 of them fail. So it's not like partial. It's not like 6 of the parallel succeeds and 2 fail. So if it succeeds, basically it's going to take your 8 times the parallel. It multiplies it by whatever, whatever's in here. So in the case of condensed stellar plasma mixture, it'll multiply that by 8. And then it will multiply it by the recipe yield. So in this case, it's 60%. So we got about, I think we got about 2.3 million or something like that from a 8 times recipe. And like I said, I had this all disconnected, and whenever I completed a recipe, I just broke the hatches so it didn't go into our network, so we weren't cheating anything in. I just don't have a test world, so I have to test in my normal world with my normal setups. I do think it would make sense to start running fabricators in each of these, at least one of them. Because it does seem like the amount of yield we are getting is going to be... I think it will work out now. I think if we want to start ramping up our, if we want like 8 of these in there, then we're going to have to start running dedicated Eye of Harmonies, just producing the condensed stellar plasma. But I think with just one of these in each, I think they will be producing enough plasma to keep it going. Now, the one kind of issue with this is how the heck am I going to feed it with only 700,000 and not have it keep going in? Because if it goes over the amount, then it's just going to start voiding like it does. But I think at least one of these in each. Yeah. Deep Dark, actually, I don't know about that. Because we're going to need... Yeah, maybe. That would be 1 million, wouldn't it? Or 1.1 million. I don't know. I'll have to... Like I said, we'll have to do a little bit of more testing, but... I think one of them in each will be okay. It's when we start doing more than one, we're going to start running into issues with power and stuff like that. Oh, I just realized that's not going to work. Because at least with the Deep Dark one, we need this to be producing power. Yeah, because I was just realized when you put even just one fabricator in there, the power goes negative. It does like negative, I think it was like -7, but it wasn't 13. I think it was 12, I think, but it was like negative something something 12, and this is producing 13, so we're definitely in the positive even with that. But if I put one in here, we're not going to be producing I need this to produce power, but if I put a thing in there, this is going to go negative, and then we'll be running out of power. So, all right, I think we can. It's going to take a little bit of trial and error here, but mostly figuring out how the heck am I going to feed this the exact amount without it going over. Because our current setup, it'll just fill this up completely with condensed matter while this is running. So, all right, we're gonna have to figure that out. Toggle something on and off when it's not running or something like that, possibly. I don't know. Any ideas? I am open to suggestions. I try not to look up other people's builds or stuff like that, but yeah, sometimes there is definitely like a best way to do these things. But all right, we'll get more into that. I think we'll definitely craft up a parallel thing and try that out next episode. But anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.